Hello friends and welcome. Today we're diving under the waves of the Great Barrier Reef to meet Stella the Stingray. Stella loves gliding through the colourful coral gardens, but one day she discovers something that doesn't belong. So get comfy, snuggle in, and let's begin our adventure together. Far out in the blue waters of the Great Barrier Reef, where sunlight danced like golden ribbons across the waves, lived Stella the Stingray. Stella's wings were wide and smooth, gliding gently through the water. Every morning, Stella loved to sweep and swirl through the coral gardens. Bright clownfish darted between anemones, parrotfish nibbled at the coral, and the sea turtles paddled gracefully by. The reef was alive with colour. Stella often thought, how lucky are we to call this reef our home? One calm afternoon, Stella noticed something strange drifting with the tide. It wasn't a jellyfish or a sea sponge. It was a piece of plastic bag, pale and crumpled. Stella saw a curious fish swim too close and become tangled and twisted in the bag. Stella swooped quickly, pushing the bag away with her broad wings until it floated safely out of reach. She frowned. "This does not belong here." All of a sudden, Stella looked around further. She saw more rubbish, a bottle wedged in coral and a wrapper twirling like seaweed. The reef that usually sparkled with natural beauty suddenly seemed cluttered and sad. Stella swam to her friends. She found Toby the turtle nibbling on seagrass. "Toby," Stella called, "the reef is filling with rubbish. If we don't do something, it could hurt us all." Toby looked worried. "You're right, Stella. I almost mistook that plastic bag for a jellyfish snack." Next, Stella visited Coral the clownfish and her family. "Rubbish is getting stuck in the reef," Stella explained. "Oh no!" squeaked Coral. "My little ones might think it's food!" Word began to spread quickly along the reef. Soon, a group of reef creatures gathered. Parrotfish, angelfish, sea cucumbers, even a shy octopus peeked out from his cave. They all agreed something had to be done. "Let's work together," Stella said. "If each of us helps, we can make our home safe again." The friends sprang into action. The parrotfish nudged cans and wrappers out from between coral branches. The turtles carried bottles in their strong jaws to a sandy pile. The octopus stretched out its long tentacles, gathering tangled strings. Stella swooped and glided, gently collecting floating bits with her wings, carrying them to a rubbish pile. The water grew clearer and the reef began to shine again. As they worked, they laughed and sang, turning the cleanup into a game. Even the little clownfish joined in, darting about proudly as they carried tiny scraps. By sunset, the reef began to look beautiful once more. Sunlight streamed down in golden beams, making the coral glow pink, orange and purple. The friends gathered together, tired but happy. Stella smiled. "Look how wonderful our reef is when we care for it. We must protect it, not just today, but every day." Toby the turtle nodded. "And if more rubbish drifts in, we know what to do." The fish cheered. The octopus clapped its tentacles. Even the prawns gave a wiggle of joy. That night, as the moonlight skimmed across the reef, Stella floated gently in the calm water. She looked up at the sparkling sky above and whispered, "We'll keep our home safe, together." And from that day on, whenever a piece of rubbish drifted into the reef, the creatures remembered Stella's words. They worked together, cared for each other, and kept their underwater world shining bright, just as it was meant to be. The end. And that was the story of Stella the Stingray and the Great Cleanup. Just like Stella and her friends, we can all help keep our world clean. Every time we finish a snack or a drink, it's important to put our rubbish in the bin where it belongs. When rubbish goes in the bin, it stays out of rivers and oceans and away from the homes of turtles, fish, and stingrays. Thank you so much for joining us today for this storytime journey. We'll see you again soon for another adventure. Bye-bye.